Morning everyone. It is currently like 7 o'clock-ish here in Singapore. Robin and I are heading to the airport today to explore the Jewel a little bit and explore the amazing building that the Singapore airport is. We both had pretty bad sleeps last night. There was a couple that came into our room pretty late and kept the light on, and I guess you could say one of them snored quite a bit. So anyways, we are up early and we are going to the airport, but first we'll get some coffee. We just got to the train station, couldn't film because as you can tell, it is absolutely pouring outside. So we are going to take a second to regroup and then hop on the metro to the airport.
So something really nice about the metro here is that you can actually just tap your credit card to get on. I don't think it takes all credit cards, but it definitely takes a lot of them because they don't actually sell single tickets anymore, which we found out when we first got here. You have to buy like a pass. Yeah. And we weren't gonna do that, so you just tap your visa on and you tap your visa off, and it's super simple and way easier to navigate. We were originally going to take a shuttle from the airport to our hostel, but it was full, so then we took the metro, and it was so easy. It's just one transfer that takes us all the way to the airport, so it's perfect. That's not our turn. We're at the airport. Okay, so we just made it to the Singapore airport. This airport has been on mine and Graham's bucket list for a really long time, so we're really excited to be here. And we are actually about 8 hours early for our flight right now, but that's totally fine because we're flying with AirAsia and you can do an early check-in. So that's where we're going to go right now. Graham did a little bit of research yesterday to see if like the things to see were before or after security, and they were kind of not super clear. So I think everyone that we were reading from just said follow the signs, and you won't miss anything. So that's what we're gonna kind of do, but we'll definitely keep you updated as to where to see everything in the Singapore airport.
Okay, we made it to the main part of the Jewel. After my research last night, I found that there's over 280 vendors, I think, in the Jewel. So on the other side of all these vendors here is like the main Jewel area. So there's the rain vortex and the canopy and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna check all that out, but first we're gonna get rid of all our bags. So we just checked in for our flight to Bali for this afternoon. I think Robin and I are feeling like a little bit more excitement because the last time we checked in for an international flight, obviously you saw it went very poorly.
Very bad.
And we know like we have our Indonesia visas in our hands already. So it just like feels really good to have a smooth start to the day.
And now we just get to enjoy the airport.
So now we're just gonna enjoy this amazing airport, so yeah.
Very excited. Okay, so we've successfully did an early check-in, we've dropped off our bags. Now you don't have to necessarily drop off your bags if you come to visit the Jewel. We just thought, you know, it's just easier. It's more convenient. One of our backpacks is heavy enough, we didn't want to have two of them. It was $10 each. Anyways, it was recommended to us that we come all the way to the 5th level of the Jewel first. That's where most of the attractions are, and then we just work our way down. But I think we're gonna start off with the most iconic attraction, and that is the indoor waterfall. So we're gonna go there right now.
So we bought 2 tickets. They were $8 a piece, so 16 Singapore dollars in total for the Canopy Park.
This attraction does take up a substantial part of level 5, and it's the cheapest option there is, so that's why Graham and I went with it. So I do highly recommend. You do get a different view of the waterfall too, which is really nice, and it gives you a little place to walk around.
It's also giving us a little map here, so it looks like the order that you can take things is the Topiary Walk, Discovery Slides, Foggy Bowls, and then the bouncing net and the walking net, which are extra paid for activities you can also do in this area. I think maybe we'll do one of them.
Maybe. I think they start to be like 25 Singapore dollars
a piece. So,
and you know, we just paid $20 to check our bags, and so, anyways, we'll see how fun it looks, I guess.
Okay, so we are only about maybe halfway through our first lap of the very top level here, and I really can't say anything bad about this place. This is absolutely so impressive that this is an airport. Watching some videos on how it was built last night was really cool and very interesting. I highly recommend you do that before you come. Yeah, honestly, another reason why I really like Singapore, it just doesn't stop impressing like this.
Okay, so we've made it to like the bouncing nets and the walking nets. We didn't read the details, and if you purchase either the walking net or the bouncing net, it does include the Canopy Park admission.
Yeah.
So you would be saving $8 that way. I don't know if we're gonna necessarily do it now that especially we've paid for the Canopy Park tour on top of that. I just think for right now, we're just gonna look and enjoy the view instead and maybe pass on it for this time.
Yeah.
It just amazes me every time we're walking around this. It's not just a garden. Singapore has done a really good job at making all the plants and the flowers into like art pieces, which is really nice to see too. It's just an amazing little canopy walk. I love it. Heading to the next level.
One last and final look at the Jewel before we head to our terminal. We're gonna go check out a lounge over in Terminal 4.
This is really nice for a terminal that's tucked very far on the outside of the Singapore airport area. We made it through security. We're going to the lounge. Alright, so we made it to the Blossom Lounge here in Terminal 4. This was the only one that we had access to. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the Cathay Pacific one that we literally see just right over there. But it still seems like it's a really nice lounge. We only get 2 hours here, they said, but our flight doesn't board until like 4.5 hours from now, so we're gonna see how long we can stay here before someone kicks us out. We got food right away because Graham and I have only had one coffee today, no food, and it is 12:30 because we knew that we didn't want to buy it because it would be free here. We'll give you a little tour around in a little bit. I think we just need to eat our food first. I got some carrot soup. I did have a croissant, a bun, and then one of their main hot meals today was vegetable noodle soup.
And I got just like a little bowl of like pesto noodles. a croissant because I saw Robin had one and I kind of started craving it. And then I had some chicken and some rice and some vegetables with some curry sauce on it. So.
All right, so while we're sitting having our dessert, we thought we would just kind of tell you our thoughts of the Singapore airport. So we do highly recommend that if you're coming, it's just really nice to drop off your bags. I know we paid a little bit more for it, but honestly, it's pretty hot and humid in the Jewel area.
Yeah.
So only having one backpack as opposed to two was really quite nice.
Yeah, not having a front and back it the whole time was I think a game changer, to be honest.
Also, we would recommend starting at level 5 and working your way down, because pretty much everything there is to see is on that 5th level. So you have like the hedge maze, you have the canopy walk, and all of the trampoline things and stuff like that.
Yep.
I would say, in our opinion, the canopy walk is like, if you don't want to do anything else, that one is kind of like a must do, or else you only get access to a very little area on that top level. The canopy walk gives you access to the rest of that circle, so you get to view the Jewel and everything from like different sides.
Yeah.
And then we would recommend, after you do that, going down on either side of the level 5 area. There's like a little walkway through like all of the vegetation that they have along the walls. We took the jungle walkway, but there was also one across that we could see that had like waterfalls and stuff.
It's like kind of designed to be like a tree forest. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool, especially if you're not in the Jewel to like shop and look at the shops and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't really need to go explore every single level. We were perfectly fine doing the level 5 and then walking on the inner side to look at the Jewel from different angles and then heading out. Yeah,
I think like we spent maybe an hour and a half, and I think Robin and I both left feeling pretty fulfilled of what we saw there. Neither of us, like we said, aren't really there to go shopping or to eat at the food courts and all that stuff. So like we saw kind of the activity attractions and obviously the rain vortex and things like that. And I think that was plenty for what we had hoped for. So,
yeah, and there's lots more to do here at the Singapore airport. It's just unfortunately in terminals 1, 2, and 3, and we are in terminal 4. As for right now, we'll give you a quick little tour of the lounge that we're in. Probably no talking because it's a little bit quiet here, and I don't really think a lot of people like us filming, so we'll just do a really quick one.
Okay, so while Robin and I wait for our flight to take off to Bali, it's approximately 3 hours from now, I'm going to hop in the shower and have a quick rinse in the lounge that we're in. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Blossom Lounge shower room. Okay, nice spacious bathroom, to be honest with you. A little bit fancier than the one we were in when we were in Hanoi. Comes with everything that you would need. Nice large sink. Comes with a little amenity kit. They give you a towel, you got a shower cap, a comb, little dental kit, so imagine brush my teeth, stuff like that. Yeah, pretty good spot, to be honest with you. It's going to be awesome to clean off and kind of rinse off the sweat. It's been pretty hot and humid here first couple of days, so definitely excited to rinse off and feel good and nice and refreshed and feel good for when you land in Bali.
All right, so we successfully stayed in that lounge for 3 hours. No one came in and kicked us out, thank goodness. So we got a lot of work done, which was really nice. We made our way down to our gate. Now, I'm pretty sure Graham and I both have aisle seats on this flight, and I think there's sets of 3. So we're probably just gonna film us getting onto the plane and then us getting off of the plane, because we don't really have a window seat to shoot outside, so the footage might get a little bit short from here. But I just wanted to say that we are so excited to finally get to Bali. It seems like it's just been like such a long journey to this point. We've really enjoyed our time in Singapore, but Bali was our first spot that we had chosen for our trip, so it just feels nice to finally get there. So I think the boarding starts in about 20 minutes. It looks like it's going to be a very full flight, and I've never flown with AirAsia before, so we'll see how this goes, but we are just very excited to finally get to that destination.
Well, we have finally made it to Bali.
It feels like it's been such a long couple of days. Like I know like we did enjoy Singapore and we use it as an actual stop, but I mean, I think in my mind it was just like a layover to get to here, so it just feels like we've been on like a super long
for sure
travel journey, but I'm so excited that we're here. And
it feels really good to be in an accommodation where there's like full AC at any time. There's a pool. Anyways, more on that.
We have a private room, and it's still the same. It's actually cheaper. Than what we were paying in Singapore.
And that feels so good.
But we'll probably give you a tour of it in the next video because we are very tired.
Yes, it is definitely time for us to get some well-deserved sleep. We will see you in the next video. One last and final look before of the. Whoa.
Crap that. Hey!
No, it's eyes, ears, nose. No, it's mouth. Just getting down and our feet were hitting the wall, so
One
just
sec.
like.
Sorry. Oh.